Hi, my name is Joel Tunney, and I would like to tell you about my internship this past summer, the summer of 2019. With that being said, this is a picture of my girlfriend Maddie and I am a sophomore in construction engineering and management here at Purdue University. The company I worked with this past summer was Holder Construction in their commercial sector. The project that I was working on was a data center in New Albany, Ohio, which is a suburb northeast of Columbus. The name of this project was Mustang NBY-1A. And this project was confidential, so I will not be able to share with you contract documents, construction documents, or photos from the site, but I can exclude to you some information that about the activities that I did this past summer. And just to give you a rough estimate, the first phase of this project cost about $340 million. So I did lots of things on the site this past summer, but three of the main activities that I was a part of were site logistics, structural steel erection, and concrete. So with site logistics, we did a lot of coordinating deliveries, coordinating locations of workers. If one subcontractor was going to be in the north side of the building, we wouldn't put another subcontractor there. We would have them work in a different area, that sort of thing. And also safe access to all parts of the site, such as bathrooms, parking lot to the building, or restrooms to the parking lot, things like that, making sure the brake tent was stocked with cold water and fans for the excruciating heat. With structural steel erection, the team that I was a part of managed that. We ensured that the schedule that the subcontractor had matched our schedule and our overall completion date, and we also had a lot of safety concerns with structural steel, making sure that pieces of steel were rigged properly, or that the barricade around the area that was being constructed was standing and properly flagged, and that sort of thing. And with concrete, I did a lot of filling out pre-pour reports, inspecting electrical and plumbing stub-ups, making sure that electrical and plumbing representatives signed off on those, that sort of thing. We also made sure that their schedule aligned with our overall completion date and that sort of thing. Safety is always a concern with concrete. When concrete's being poured, it is extremely heavy, so if you're pouring slab on metal deck, it is necessary to flag off that same area on the first floor to ensure that nobody is in that area or working in that area, so that if something were to fail, they wouldn't get hurt. This also goes along a little bit with site logistics, but we had to make sure that our site was ready to handle 40 plus concrete trucks in 3 to 4 hours, because that is a lot of concrete trucks, and even access roads were, it was necessary that access roads were constructed for these trucks to access where the concrete was being poured as well. So I learned lots of things this past summer, but here are the three of the major keys. I became a better communicator with the Holder construction team. I became a better communicator from myself to the subcontracting team. And I also became a very good multitasker. As you all know, there are a million things going on at a construction site at once, and it's important to be good at this. But with both of those things, the most important thing that I learned was the importance of safety and the consequences thereof of not following rules with safety. I witnessed multiple subcontractors be in violation of rules that either Holder has or OSHA has, and I had to deal with those, and learning that importance of safety was really good for me. I also did have a lot of big challenges this past summer. One of those challenges being the navigation of construction documents using Bluebeam, Navisworks, and even paper documents. I became better over time, but the biggest problem is finding the document on Bluebeam or Navisworks that I need to work with. Once I have that document, it's not so hard to comprehend, but it is hard to find that said document out of maybe 150 other documents. And finally, another big challenge that I had was earning the trust and respect from the older men and women on the site. As a 19-year-old kid on a site, a lot of times they don't receive your input well or receive your ideas well, but they over time will come to understand that you're doing your job, you're being respectful to them, and you're helping to do the task in the most efficient way possible. So with that being said, one of my greatest triumphs was earning that trust and respect and developing friendships with some of the older men and women on site. Some of my better friends at the end of the summer were the older men and women on site because I had been reliable and I'd gotten the answers that they needed, and they had learned to respect me and I respected them, and that's really good, and that helps you to network the summer of your internship and further down the road. Finally, watching my team's hard work and effort yield a successful outcome is always amazing. As the picture says, dreams don't work unless you do. It may sound cheesy, but it's very true. And I watched my hard work as well as my team's hard work yield a successful construction of, or partial construction of, a facility and the site around it. And there's no better feeling than that. So with all this being said, thank you for watching, and I do plan on working for Holder Construction this coming summer, and I can't wait.